Welcome to the third week of Math B in the spring. And we had a warm up about squirrels eating nuts. The total has to be 25, and they each need a different odd number. So like, here's one answer, here's another, here's another. We got 8 answers done during class. If you do this again with my copy of the ToDoodle, can you find more to get at least 10 different ways to do this? Then we are about to play 2 more games. The first one, you can read the rules here, page 4. We're about to finish. Can we get 237 without going over? And the trick is that you have to move the bead on your turn. You can't take the same number that the player before you took. So Ellen just picked 5, going from 29 to 34. Now it's Ruthie's turn, and she has forced to move it somewhere other than 5. Okay, Ruthie, take it away.
I'm going to watch yours and the other players.
You're at 32 with +6. And Kiana wins. No one blocked her. She got to pick what she needed, get +3, and go up to 37.
You needed that 3 block.
That's
what I was trying for.
Good job.
So this is a very different game if you play it with only 2 players, because then you're always blocking the only other person. But as you see, it can work with more players also. If you want to play it with kids, pick a number smaller than 37. As you saw, it took us a little while to figure out that until you were starting to get close, it didn't really matter. These turns didn't really do anything. But kids might get bored before they figure that out. Okay, now for our second and best game. I mailed out packets of materials to people. So if you are one of the 2 new students, sorry, you haven't gotten your packet yet. But everyone else has some dice. We're going to take turns being the die roller. And you roll your 6-sided die. But to start with, a 1 or a 2 doesn't count. You're going to re-roll those. So I'm going to make a blank page to help me talk about this, and put a copy of this chart in the middle of that. Get a little smaller because there's a bunch of you. Okay, so if I was to do a sample of this game, I'm going to take my 6-sided die, and I'm going to roll it. If it's a 1 or a 2, it was a 2, I re-roll it, I have 6. So my current score for round 1 is 6. And I would write it there. Then I have to choose. If I want, I can play it safe. And that means that, whoops, wrong way. I always will get 6 points for round 1. And when I add up all my points, round 1 will just be 6. Or I could be risky and keep going. If I am risky, then whoever is the die roller for that turn will roll their die again. If it's a 1 or a 2, which we call the pigs, don't ask me why they're pigs. This is an old British game. Somebody long ago, probably drunk at a pub, said they were pigs. But if you roll a 1 or a 2, then everyone who is risky erases their whole thing or crosses out their whole thing. You don't get any points for that round because you were risky and a pig came up. On the other hand, if they roll something that's not a 2, a 4, then you keep going and you get more points. And we keep going each round until either everyone plays it safe or the die roller rolls a pig and the round ends. Some people get points, some people don't. Does that make sense as the game's instructions?
Maybe so.
Maybe,
Yeah.
okay. Um, then yeah, so the game always is 5 rounds and then you add up your points. I'm actually, are these too small? Should I make them slightly bigger? I
Yeah,
can
can
describe it again. What did you say, Ruthie?
hold on a minute. I'm probably on the wrong page. No, you're good. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong one.
Okay, so I'm going to put names above them again, just the people in order you are on my screen. Is Olivia with us, or is she still having a dinner break?
I am here.
Okay, so who wants to be our die roller for the first round? Everyone is at the top of their thing. It's the first round.
What do we do if we don't have dice?
If you don't have dice, I will mail you some eventually. Before you disappear today, Anna and Ellen, as new students, let me know what address to send something to, or if you're going to stop by ABSE office anyway, I'll leave a packet for you there. But there's dice and handouts and string and scissors and all sorts of stuff.
I got a
Okay.
dice.
You got one. Roll the die, April. You can be first. Maybe you're our only die roller, and we'll see. I think Ruthie's daughter wanted to help.
4.
A 4. So everyone has 4 points to start with. Do you want to be safe with these 4 measly points, or do you want to be risky and get lots of points, but maybe lose all of them?
Okay.
So what I'm going to actually do is find a, so you don't have to shout over each other. Let me get an image. How about like a red flag? So if you want to be safe and stop, then grab this red flag over on the side, make a copy of it, and put it on your score sheet to say you're done for this round. You're not getting more points. You're worried about losing your points. Is anyone going to play it safe already in round 1? No. Okay, April, roll your die. We're all tied so far.
2.
2. Well, everyone loses all their points. So, well, round 1 was a bust for everyone. At least it's all a tie. Okay, who's the die roller for round 2? Ruthie, you are holding up a die.
Just roll it up here. 5.
5. Oh, good roll. Is anyone being safe with their 5? Move the flag on their score sheet so I know you are done. Otherwise, we'll have another die roll. So 3 people are playing it safe, 3 are being risky. Okay, Ruthie, have your daughter roll the die again.
She ran away. I'll do it.
Okay,
I got a 1.
you got a 1. Okay, so for the people that were
5.
safe, you keep your 5 points. For the
Dang.
people that were risky, then up too risky. So I'm going to clear off the flags. And who wants to be our die roller next?
Roll it again.
Okay.
5.
5. Okay, another high roll. I can be annoying like a carnival barker. Come on, be risky. There's only a 1 in 3 chance of rolling a 1 or a 2. Okay, April and Olivia are safe. Rocio is safe. Okay,
Okay.
April,
3.
3. So the people that were safe stay at 5. Those are your 5 points. But the people who are risky are now up to 8 for this round. So April, Olivia, and Rocio, you have no more choices for this round. You're just done. But the other 3, Kiana, Ruthie, and Ellen, are you going to be safe now? Or are you still going to be risky? Okay, April, roll for Kiana and Ellen. They are being risky.
4.
4. Now it's getting pretty big. Everyone is safe. Okay, so round 3 is done.
I bet they are.
You don't have to roll the dice more for round 3. Everyone is safe.
Okay.
April's rolling the die to see if it would have been a 1 or a 2 or not. We'll never know.
No.
Okay, but we clear away the flags. We're starting round 4. Did I just say round 2 by accident? Yeah, round
No.
3 is done. Now we're on round 4. So who's our die roller?
Anybody else got dice other than us two?
I'll do it. Got 4.
A 4. Okay, so everyone's at round 4 with 4. Only 4 points. Anyone want to be safe, or are we all risky with 4 points? If someone's going to be safe, I would think it's Kiana or Ellen, since they're in the lead. They can sort of afford to be safe in ways that the people who are behind can't. Okay, Olivia's playing it safe. Rocio, your turn to roll the die again.
1.
1. Oh, okay. So everyone who was risky, Olivia was the prophetic one of the group.
I knew it.
So the totals we have so far are what? This one is 7 and 5 is 12, 10. This is just 12, 5, 14, and 13. So Rocio needs to be pretty risky to have any chance of winning. She is behind at the moment. But the people that are sort of in the 10 to 12 range, oh, I don't know. You just have to be enough risky, but not too much. Okay, who's the final die roller for our wonderful, exciting pregame?
I'll have my daughter roll it. Go ahead.
1.
1.
1. You can't start with a pig, so re-roll. If
So
it's a 1
re-roll
or a
one more
2,
time.
then you have to start with some points in the round.
Yeah, I'll roll it. You're suck. 5.
5. All these 5s. Okay. The red flags make me think of the Toodle the engine story. If you know that one, you have to wave the red flag so the train stops. Okay, 2 people are playing it safe. Is she rolling for us, Ruthie, or is it your job?
I'll roll it.
Two.
A
Two.
2? Was
That's
that what I heard?
horrible. That was a number 2.
That was a 2. Okay. So those are gone.
Ah,
So the total points, this was 10 plus 5 is 15. This was 14 plus 5 is 19. At the moment, Olivia is our pig expert.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of guessed the whole time. I really wasn't really fully understanding the game. I was like, I'm just gonna guess.
Right?
That's part of gambling. Beginner's luck can be good. Okay, in some ways, pig is like the fundamental gambling game. Everyone sees the same information. You don't have to think like what cards are in my opponent's hands. We're keeping score. The numbers are small enough to kind of hold in your head. And we're picking whether or not to gamble. We could make it more complicated. We could change what numbers are considered pigs. The very traditional way, only a 1 is pigs. But if we try that, it takes all class because the rounds just go on and on and on because the chance to get a pig is only half as much. So just so that we don't spend 2 hours playing this game, I use the version where 1s and 2s are pigs. You could use dice that have more or less than 6 sides. You could roll several dice and say, that instead of just rolling 1 die, we're going to pick the biggest of several dice or the smallest of several dice, and everyone gets that number. You could have each roll be adding up dice. Maybe you're adding up 2 6-sided dice, and pigs are snake eyes, or pigs are anything less than 5, or something like that. Maybe we roll 2 dice and subtract the small one from the big one. That makes things less variable. You're not going to get 6 points in a round from 1 die roll. Maybe we're multiplying the dice. That would be good for practicing our times tables, but the numbers are going to get pretty big if you could get 36 points from rolling double 6s. Or maybe we use playing cards, which are sort of a way to get random numbers. But then if you've already seen a bunch of 9s and they're in the discard pile, you know that 9s are less likely. Or if you've seen all the pig numbers already, you can be very risky because they're in the discard pile. So your homework, if you're interested in it, would be to invent your own version of pigs to play with a family member or friend. It could be exactly what we did, or you could just change something a little bit. But gamble with family and friends and then tell us next class how it went. As a thinking about it slide, Wikipedia has an article about this game. So here it is. And it gets into some pretty advanced math because they talk about the different versions of pig and at what number you should play it safe to, on average, win if you had completely average luck and so on. But you can still understand a lot of the article, even if you skip over the harder math. And what does it teach you? And does that match your own experience? If you play this game a few times, then does your sense of when to start playing it safe match with the mathematical analysis? So that would be another optional thing to do outside of class, if that would interest you. Questions about what we did?
Oh.
No? Okay, so wave to your classmates who are absent today and I'll stop recording.